We're now joined by the winning driver and crew chief of the FWA 100. First from Boylston, Massachusetts, crew chief Kevin Bono-Mannion. Kevin, talk about picking up another modified win in your backyard.
It's really special, you know. This whole program started with Gary and myself, Russell, you know, working on the one car, coming out of, you know, I won here. We won here as a team in the early '90s when we first started coming up here with Jeff Fuller, then Steve Park, and as a kid to come up here and race with the Cup guys, it was really special. You know, we made sure our car looked good because we knew a lot of guys were watching. It's one of the best races up here. So 20 years later, to be able to come back here and be a part of a team that you know, learning the aspect of owning a car and the expense of getting up here and all the expense that goes on, and just trying to get a pit crew together, and everything is pretty important to us, and really special to have someone like Ryan that's you know, every off weekend we go racing, and I know Ryan does every opportunity he gets to drive any kind of open wheel car or any kind of car with fenders on it, dirt late model or anything, he does it. And so I think it's a good fit, and we have an off weekend next weekend, and we brought 2 cars up here. We're going to swap them out today, and one's going to go home in another Cup trailer that brings one car up, and Gary's going to drive our second car, which is and we're going to run at Seekonk Wednesday, Thompson Thursday, and Riverhead on Saturday on our drive back to North Carolina. So it's just really special to win, and pretty excited.
We're also joined by the winning driver of the number 7 Aggressive Hydraulics Menard Chevrolet from South Bend, Indiana, Ryan Newman. This is Ryan's 4th career victory, 3rd consecutive at New Hampshire. He now has 4 wins, 4 poles, and 5 top 10s, and 8 career Modified Tour starts. Ryan, can you talk about your win today, please?
Didn't really know what to expect, you know, of the race, how it was going to unfold. You know, we typically have multiple cautions here, and you know, our car was really loose. I really had to manage the steering wheel and the throttle at the same time. And I think all of us top 3 guys were. I don't know what the rest of the field was fighting, but it seemed like the track really wasn't much like it was in practice, and you know, we struggled a little bit with that part of it. I made the comment that we were way loose, but it turns out we were the tightest of the loose guys, and that was all it took to be able to get back past those 2 cars. And we all raced clean. We had a lot of fun. I have to thank Aggressive Hydraulics and Menards, and the ECR engine was awesome down the straightaway, and you know, just the opportunity that Bono and all these guys give me to come out here and have fun. I mean, it's an awesome race car. The Modified is itself. They build the best of the best, and you know, at a great racetrack with a lot of great fans. We're just, you know, we're proud of the opportunity.
We'll open the questions to downstairs to Ryan and Kevin. So again, if you can raise your hand and as courtesy your name and affiliation.
Ryan Danko, Ariado. Kevin and/or Ryan. Ryan, I think you said on Thursday that you'd like to see more modified races with Cup events. Talk about that.
You can go with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Richmond, Phoenix, Martinsville. There's plenty of places.
The 1 mile tracks for sure fit this car good. Bristol fits it, but you know, I remember going to Richmond in '92, winning with Jeff Fuller, and so I think Richmond would be an incredible modified track. Phoenix, and you know, even Watkins Glen, we raced up there, and you know, it puts a twist into it, and so anytime, even last night, I enjoyed watching I call it a pickup game or pickup race. You know, watching the K&N series, picking out talent. You know, I picked out a guy in that series. Every time I see him race, he does good, and that's Corey LaJoy. You know, he won the Southern Modified Tour in Atlanta when they ran down there, another companion race. We got Gary Putnam stuck on the Southern Tour, so we know Ryan in the Southern Tour, but it gives Gary some fun times. But I think this is a great series, and they put on a great race.
Any other questions downstairs?
We just like it when it's convenient.
one in front and then over there.
And I think at the same time, it's good. It's good for NASCAR wheel and modified racing. I mean, I don't know what the stats are when you go to Stafford or Thompson or any place like that, but there's quite a few people sitting in the grandstands between Cup practice and the modified race, getting ready to watch a nationwide race. So it all works out good. And if that schedule could work any other place, I think that'd be great for modified racing and give the fans something to sit down and enjoy while they're while they pay for their first ticket on the way in.
Travis Barrett, NASCAR Home Tracks. Kevin, can you just talk a little bit about, we're talking about the history of the races here and the kind of racing we've seen, and today was really not like a lot of those races. What kind of do you attribute that to?
You know, I really don't know. I know a couple of years ago we were here with Ryan, and it was getting past halfway, and I think we were loose then, and I was thinking, boy, we really could use a caution here, and we were the caution. So we don't win every race, but you know, and today was the same thing, man. We're getting really loose here, and we could use a caution, but I hope it's not us. So this race,
which proved that I did learn from my past experiences.
So, you know, every race is different, you know, and on the Cup side now, it's these races, it seems like it's the closing part of races that have been extremely difficult over there as far as calling a race. So today's race, it was easy on our pit crews. We throw a bunch of guys together, and we saved some money on a set of tires. So really can't attribute why there was no caution. It was very hot out, and it was slick, and you figured maybe you would get some cautions, and there wasn't.
Nicole Auerbach, Boston Globe. So Ryan, you're going to have to answer this every day if you keep doing so well on this track. But what is it? Do you feel really comfortable? And now that you've had so much success out there, do you look forward to it and, you know, just feel like you have an edge going in?
To tomorrow? Well, just in general, this racetrack is unique depending on what kind of race car you drive. So, I mean, the way you drive a Cup car around here is totally different from a line standpoint and the way you work your feet and the steering wheel than it is the modified, just because of the physics and the characteristics of the cars. So, you know, for Bono and myself and all the guys, you know, it gives us a little bit of confidence, you know, and a great attitude going into tomorrow. Albeit we're on separate teams, but you know, we separate that pretty well, and you know, we look forward to the opportunity. This is kind of like home for him, and this is the place that's it's my first win, so it's always been good up here, it seems, and tomorrow we'd like to keep that cycle going.
Do you have any other questions downstairs? Any questions upstairs?
Ryan, Sean Corshane from the Hartford Current. August 14th, you guys with the Cup cars are at Watkins Glen. Not going to find a way in the schedule to get over here for Saturday and keep your streak alive with the Modified Tour?
I think that's a question for you, Bono.
Sean, we talked about it a little bit, to be honest with you. I think Ryan said earlier it's convenient. A lot of people have asked to use the car. Can I drive it? Not so much this race, but the North-South shootout at Concord, North Carolina. We're usually in Phoenix. It's a fall race. So, and my answer is always no. One of the reasons we do this is because it's stress-free racing. You know, our regular job is stressful and it's hard, but to see the fruits of everything we put together, we like to be there, and Gary and myself, and the hard work everyone puts in. You know, it's fun racing, and it's stress-free, and it's something we really enjoy doing. It's our hobby, and so we have talked about August 13th and 14th a little bit. No decision has been made yet, though.
Any other questions upstairs? Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.